here to discuss about regenerative cycle. So what is regenerative cycle? The regenerative Rankine cycle improves thermal efficiency by using steam extracted from the turbine to preheat the feed water before it enters the boiler. This process reduces the energy required for heating in the boiler and increases the average temperature during heat addition. By integrating feed water heaters, either open or closed, it minimizes energy losses and enhances overall system performance. So, para sa regenerative cycle natin, meron tayong two types, which is A, cycle with open feed water heater, and letter B, cycle with closed feed water heater. Para sa una, yung cycle with open feed water heater, at state 1, sa boiler, galing siya ng boiler, high pressure steam is generated in the boiler and enters the turbine. Then, pagtapos niyang dumaan sa turbine, steam expands partially in the turbine to an intermediate pressure. A fraction of the steam is extracted at this point. Yung fraction, which is siya yung letter M. Ang M, andito siya sa pagitan ng 2 tsaka ng 3. Then, after nun, the extracted steam mixes directly with the feed water from the pump in the open feed water heater. This mixture leaves as a saturated liquid at the heater pressure. Then, pagtapos niyang dumaan sa turbine, pupunta siya ng condenser. Then, the exhaust steam from the turbine condenses into saturated liquid in the condenser. Then, after sa condenser, it is pumped to the feed water heat at heater pressure. Then, the preheated feed water from the open feed water heater is further heated into the boiler to produce high pressure steam, completing the cycle. So, ganun lang. Basta pag open feed water from point 1, papasok siya ng turbine, then may dalawa siyang byproduct, which is yung isa pupunta siya ng open feed water heater, then yung isa bababa na agad ng condenser. Then after ng condenser, papasok siya ulit sa open feed water heater gamit yung pump. Then pag okay na, another pump ulit pabalik ng boiler. Then para naman sa cycle with closed feed water heater, at state 1, high pressure steam is generated in the boiler and enters the turbine. The steam expands through the turbine, producing work. Some steam is extracted at an intermediate pressure for closed feed water heater, which is ito. Yung pagtapos niya sa turbine, papasok siya ng closed feed water heater. Then, yung ibang pupunta siya sa condenser. The condensed steam from feed water heater is pumped to the mixing chamber or routed to another heater. Ito katulad dito. Pagtapos niyang dumaan sa closed feed water heater, pupunta siya sa mixing chamber. Then, may another pump pa na galing ng closed feed water heater na magpapump ng steam papunta sa mixing chamber. Then, the remaining steam from the turbine expands fully and enters the condenser, where it condenses into saturated liquid. Then, pag na-condense na siya, may another pump ulit na yung condensed water is pumped to the feed water heater to start the cycle again. So, ganun lang. Galing ng boiler, papasok ng turbine, then ang difference lang niya is ang closed feed water heater ay merong mixing chamber, and yung open feed water heater ay wala. Then kung makikita nyo sa TS diagram, magkaiba din. Yung TS nito is lumalabas na parang 2 stages na pag bumaba siya, then tataas ulit. Unlike sa TS diagram ng closed feed water heater, para lang siyang isang full stage na pag bumaba, then tataas tapos tuloy-tuloy na. Here is one of the samples of a regenerative Rankine cycle. A Rankine steam power plant operates with one steam blade for feed water heating. Steam enters the turbine at 15 megapascal and 600 degrees Celsius. It is condensed at a pressure of 10 kilopascal. Then steam bled out from the turbine at a pressure of 1.2 megapascal for feed water heating. Now, find the enthalpy at all points, mass of steam, heat generated, and heat rejected, then the work of turbine and work of pump, and finally the efficiency. So, para sa ating schematic diagram, ganun lang, yung since given na yung mga points, at point 1, steam leaving from the boiler papunta ng turbine, ang said pressure is at 15 megapascal with temperature of 600 degrees Celsius. Then, once pumasok siya sa turbine, may dalawa siyang byproduct. Ang sabi, the steam condensed at a pressure of 10 kPa. Since condense, ang sabi, yung steam papunta sa condenser is at 10 kPa na lang. Then, the steam bled out from the turbine. Pag sabi bled out, papunta siyang ng feed water heater. Ang na-mention is 1.2 megapascal. So, let's proceed at solving the enthalpy of the whole system first. So, para sa ating point 1, at 15 megapascal and 600 degrees Celsius, at steam table, ma-obtain natin ang value na H1 at 3,582.3 kJ per kilogram. Then, ang S1 is 6.776 kJ per kilogram Kelvin. Then, proceed tayo sa point 2. At point 2, ang S1 mo at ang S2 mo ay iisa lang, which is at 6.6776. Then, mag-change lang ang pressure, which is at 1.2, since na-mention kanina na ang pressure na nag-bled out is at 1.2 megapascal. Then, via interpolation, yung H gamit ang S natin na 6.6776, hanapin lang natin sa steam table yung malapit na values kung saan siya papagitan. Then, ma-obtain natin ang value na H2 at 2,858.1732 kJ per kilogram. Then, isabay na rin natin kunin yung volume niya tsaka yung HF, which is at steam table pa rin. Yung volume flow rate na yung volume na nakuha natin is 0.0011385. Then, ang HF is 798.65 kJ per kilogram. Then, proceed tayo sa point 3. Sa point 3 naman, same pa rin ang S na gagamitin, pero at different pressure, which is yung 10 kPa, or pag kinonvert natin magiging 0.01 MPa. Then, kunin lang natin yung values ng SF, SFG, HF, at HFG. So, bakit natin kailangan kunin? Kailangan natin kunin itong mga to para makuha natin yung X value, or yung quality of steam na mako-condense galing sa turbine. So, at steam table, makukuha natin ang values ng SF is equal to 0.6493, then SFG is 7.5009, HF 191.83, then HFG is 2392.8 kJ per kilogram. Hanapin na rin natin sa steam table yung volume niya, which is yung 0.00010102 cubic meter per kilogram. Then, sa pagkuha ng X or ng quality of steam, i-equate lang natin siya by subtracting yung original S natin, which is ito yung S2, yung 6.6776 minus yung SF over yung SFG. So mula doon makukuha natin yung quality, which is at 0.80368. Then once ma-obtain natin yung value ng 0.80368, makukuha na natin ngayon yung H3, which is ganito: HF plus quality ng steam times yung HFG. Now we can obtain the value of H3 at 2114.8755 kilojoule per kilogram. Then proceed tayo sa point 4. At point 4, ang H4 mo is equal lang sa HF at 0.01 megapascal. So bring down mo lang yung HF na nakuha mo kanina, yun na yung H4 mo, which is 191.83 kilojoule per kilogram. Then punta tayo sa point 5. Sa point 5, kailangan na natin kuhanin yung work na na-produce ng unang pump natin. Since may H4 na tayo, kukunin na lang natin yung pump work. So, paano kukunin yung pump work? Ang pump work is equal lang sa yung volume na nakuha mo kanina times 1,000, then yung dalawang pressure na given sa paglabas ng turbine, which is yung 1.2 and 0.01 MPa. Yung volume na gagamitin natin dito ay yung volume na to, which is yung 0.00010102. By equating them, makukuha natin ang sagot na 1.2021 kilojoule per kilogram, which is yan yung work pump natin sa una na galing ng condenser. Then ang H5 nga is equal sa H4 plus work pump. So 191.83, which is yan yung H4 natin plus work pump, is equal to 193.0321 kilojoule per kilogram. Then para naman sa point 6, HF lang ulit pero at 1.2 MPa naman. Since na-obtain na natin kanina galing sa steam table yung HF ng 0.2, bring down na lang natin. So HF is equal to H6. So ayun, 798.65 kilojoule per kilogram. Then para sa last point naman natin, yung 0.7, parehas lang siya halos sa 0.5. Since may isa pa tayong pump, kailangan natin isolve yung work na generate ng pump na yon. So ganoon lang ulit, may volume tayo na nakuha kanina galing sa 0.2, which is yung 0.0011385. Then times lang sa 1,000. Then yung difference ng pressure, which is yung 15 MPa, then yung 1.2 MPa. Makukuha natin yung value ng work pump at 15.7113 kilojoule per kilogram. Then once ma-equate natin yan, i-add lang natin sa nakuha nating H7 kanina. I mean rather sa H6 na nakuha natin kanina, which is 798.65 kilojoule per kilogram. Then we will arrive at the value of H7 at 814.3613 kilojoule per kilogram. So ayun, nakuha na natin lahat ng H natin. So balikan natin ha. Ang H1 natin ay equal sa 3582.3 kilojoule per kilogram. Ang H2 natin is 2858.13732 kilojoule per kilogram. Then ang point 3 natin, gamit ang ginamit natin is finding the quality of steam. Makukuha natin ng H3 at 2114.8755 kilojoule per kilogram. Same goes with H4 at 191.83 kilojoule per kilogram. Then sa 0.5, ginamitan natin ng pump work plus yung H4 na nakakuha natin sa 0.4. Lalabas is H5 is 193.0321 kilojoule per kilogram. Then sa 0.6, HF lang ulit at 1.2 MPa is 798.65 kilojoule per kilogram. Then sa last point, which is yung 0.7, pump work lang ulit ng pangalawang pump, then plus mo sa H6, which is makukuha natin ay 814.3613 kilojoule per kilogram. So okay na letter A natin, enthalpy at all points. So next is the mass of steam, which is yung letter M. So yung mass bled is equal lang naman sa H6 minus H5 over H2 minus H5. So gamit yung mga enthalpies na nakuha natin, makukuha natin yung mass of steam at 0.2273 kg per second. So okay na rin yung mass of steam natin. Now, doon naman tayo sa heat added at heat rejected. Para naman sa heat added and heat rejected, gamitin lang natin yung given na flow rate na sinabi kanina, na which is 1 steam bled. So assuming na 1 steam bled, automatic 1 kg per second siya. Then i-times lang natin sa H1, which is yung 3582.3 kJ per kilogram, subtracted by yung H7, yung pinakahuling enthalpy. Makukuha natin yung heat added at 2,767.9387 kilowatts. Bakit kilowatts? Kasi cancel na yung 2 kilogram, ang matitira na lang is kilojoule per second. Kilojoule per second is equal to kilowatts. Then para naman sa QR, ganun lang ulit. Since ang QR natin ay naglalay sa line ng 1 minus M, gagamitin natin is 1 minus yung mass bled na nakuha natin kanina, which is 0.2273 times yung H3 minus yung H4. Then by equating them, makukuha natin yung heat rejected at 1,485.9373 kilowatts. So okay na rin yung QA and QR natin. Then proceed tayo sa work ng turbine at work ng pump. Para sa work ng turbine at work ng pump, ganito lang. Unahin natin yung work ng pump. Yung work ng pump is, na-obtain na natin kanina yung initial values na pump work 1 tsaka pump work 2. But this time, kailangan natin i-include yung mass bled. Since sa pump work 1 natin, galing siya ng condenser, so magkakaroon siya ng 1 minus mass bled. So ito yung 1.2021, yun yung nakuha natin kanina ng pump work galing dun sa 0.5. Then itong namang 15.7113 galing naman to sa pump work 2 at 0.7. Bakit 1? Kasi 1 yung flow rate natin, na which is yung 1 kg per second. Then by equating, makukuha natin yung work pump, yung total work pump at 16.6402 kilowatts. Then yung work turbine, same lang din ang process sa work pump. Include natin yung mga mass of steam tsaka yung flow rate, which is ito 1. Then yung ito times natin siya sa H1, which is yung 3582.3 kJ per kilogram, minus sa mass of steam natin na 0.2273 times sa H2, which is yung 2858.1732 kJ per kilogram. Then minus ulit sa 1 minus M, yung mass bled, then sa H3, which is 2114.8755 kJ per kilogram. So cancel na lahat ng kilogram. Since ang unit nito is kilogram per second, ma-obtain natin ang value na 1298.4729 kilowatts. Kasi nga, na-cancel na yung kilogram, ang matitira na lang is kilojoule per second. So yun, nakuha na natin yung work pump tsaka yung work turbine. Ngayon, doon naman sa efficiency. Ang efficiency natin is equal lang naman sa work ng turbine then yung energy generated. Para naman sa energy generated, ganito lang. Gamit yung mass of steam, which is yung 1 kilogram per second. Then, yung H1, isa-subtract lang natin sa H6. So, since ang nawawala is yung hinanap natin yung efficiency, ito, yung efficiency na yan, ang easy nga natin is equal lang naman sa mass of steam times H1 minus H6. Ito na yon. Yung work turbine natin na nakuha kanina, which is yung 1298.4729 kilowatts, divide lang natin sa yun nga yung mass of steam, which is 1 kg per second, times sa H1 yung 3582.3 minus sa H6, which is 798.65. Makukuha natin yung value na 46.65%. So ayun lang.
Reheat regenerative cycle. In this cycle, the reheat and regenerative cycles are combined to attain following: further improvement of the overall thermal efficiency, reduction of the moisture content of the steam during the latter part of the expansion process. Saan ba yung expansion process? Di ba sa turbine? Removing of the moisture content on the steam process can achieve higher or optimal results in our power generating production. Meaning, kapag yung moisture content ng steam ay lumiit o lumiit, ma-achieve mo yung mataas na efficiency ng steam generating power production. This cycle does not follow set of fixed formula or patterns. Each problem requires particular solution, although the same laws, definition, and principle are still being used. Problems can be best solved by energy balance and mass balance. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang pattern na sinusunod or formula. Ang kailangan mo lang gawin or tandaan is kailangan mo i-analyze yung worded problem kung paano mo siya ilalagay sa schematic diagram or sa TS diagram. Here is the sample problem. Consider an ideal reheat regenerative Rankine cycle with one open feed water heater. The boiler pressure is 10 MPa. The condenser pressure is 15 kPa. The reheater pressure is 1 MPa and the feed water pressure is 0.6 MPa. Steam enters both high and low pressure turbines at 500 degrees Celsius. Show the cycle on a TS diagram with respect to the saturation lines and determine the fraction of steam extracted for the regeneration and the thermal efficiency of the cycle. Ito yung TS diagram at schematic diagram ng worded problem. Bali sa state 1, pumasok si steam sa high pressure turbine. Lumabas pabalik sa boiler for reheating. Sa state 3, lumabas siya sa boiler, pumasok sa low pressure turbine kasi na-reheat na siya. Tapos bumaba sa condenser para magkaroon ng wet steam. Tapos after that, kukuhanin na siya ni pump para ibalik sa open feed water heater para ma-preheat yung steam, and then ipapump ulit siya papuntang boiler para yung steam na nag-gather niya is tumaas yung pressure at temperature para ibalik ulit siya doon sa high pressure turbine. Ulit-ulit lang ang cycle na. Ito yung mga keynotes natin sa TS diagram. According to the problem, yung temperature 1 at temperature 3 is 500 degree. Kaya equal sila pareho. Ngayon, from state 1 to state 2, karoon ng isentropic process. Ibig sabihin, walang heat loss na nangyari or heat transfer Kaya S1 is equal to S2. Same din dun sa point 3 to point 4 to point 5. Adiabatic process pa din. Isentropic. Ano daw yung hinahanap? Find the fraction, the steam. Ito yung Y, represented by Y and NTH. Anong gagawin natin para makakuha natin yung, para masolve natin yung problem? Ang unang gagawin mo is to find all the 9 enthalpies. The work turbine, the work of the pump, and the Q in. Sa state 1, para makuha yung enthalpy, merong given na 10 MPa at 500 degree Celsius superheated. Pag tinignan mo siya sa steam table, ang value na makikita mo is 3,375.1 kilojoules per kilogram with the entropy of 6.5995 kilojoules per kilogram degree Kelvin. Sorry. Sa state 2, given yung 1 MPa at, kasi di ba S1 is equal to S2, so yung entropy natin na sa S1 ay yung entropy natin sa state 1 is equal to entropy ng state 2. Same lang sila. Para makuha mo yung enthalpy ng state 2, hindi siya given sa steam table. Ang ginawa natin is to nag-interpolate tayo. Given the entropy, nanap natin yung in between para makuha natin yung H2. Ang H2 is 2783.8 kilojoules per kilogram. State 3, H3 is equal to 1 MPa at 500 degrees Celsius. Diba sabi dito yung T1 is equal to T3. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng value dito na 500 degree kasi same lang sila ng temperature ni state 1. So, given dun sa steam table, ang nakuha natin is 3479.1 kilojoules per kilogram with the entropy of 7.7642 kilojoules per kilogram degree Kelvin. Diba? Ang sabi rin dito na si S3 is equal to S4 is equal to S5. So, yung nakuha nating entropy dito, parehas lang sila hanggang S5. Sa state 4, given si pressure na 0.6 MPa at given din si entropy na 7.7642 kasi nga ito nga S3 is equal to S4 is equal to S5 at superheated. Ngayon, wala na naman siyang eksaktong value sa steam table. Kailangan natin mag-interpolate given the entropy, using the entropy and the pressure. Ang nakuha nating value ng H4 is 3310.1 kilojoules per kilogram. Sa state 5, wet steam, ang P count natin dito is 15 kPa. So, hanapin natin dito yung moisture content ng steam. At pressure 15 kPa, kukuhanin natin yung SF, SFG, HFG, tapos i-direct sub natin siya sa formula ng moisture. Bali, ang formula ng moisture content is X is equal to S5 minus SF over SFG. Direct sub lang natin yung mga nakuha nating values. Ang nakuha nating sagot is ang moisture content is 0.9665. To get the H5, ang formula is HF plus moisture content times HFG. Direct sub lang din natin yung mga formula. Nakuha nating value ng H5 is 2518.8 kilojoules per kilogram. Sa H6, H6 is equal to HF at 15 kPa. So, yung nakuha nating HF dito sa state 5, yun lang din siya, yung H6, 225.94 kilojoules per kilogram. Yung H7 is equal to H6 plus BF6, pressure 7 minus pressure 6. Ito lang din yan yung 0.6 at saka yung 15 kPa. Bale, sa direct sub lang natin yung mga values na nakuha sa steam table. 225.94 kilojoules per kilogram plus 0.001014 times 600 kasi multiply natin yung 0.6 MPa para maging kPa siya sa 1,000. Kaya naging 600 minus 15. So, yung H7 is equal to 226.53 kilojoules per kilogram. Yung H8, HF at 0.6 MPa. So, ang value nito is 670.38 kilojoules per kilogram. H9. H9 is equal to H8 plus BF8, yung P9 minus P8. So, P9. Ito yon yung 10 MPa at 0.6. Kaya, direct sub lang natin yung mga values. Mga nakuha natin. 670.38 plus 0.001101 times 10,000 minus 600. We'll get the answer of 680.89 kilojoules per kilogram. To get the regeneration fraction of the steam, ang gagawin lang natin dito is magkakaroon tayo ng heat balancing. Dito yan sa part ng open feed water heater. Bale, pumasok at lumabas na values lumabas sa state. Bale, ang formula niya is y times H4 minus H8 is equal to 1 minus y times H8 minus H7. Direct substitution lang sa y. Direct substitution lang sa mga values. Y times 3310.1 minus 670.38 is equal to 1 minus y times 670.38 minus 226.53. Ang nakuha nating value is y is equal to 0.1438. Yun yung regeneration fraction of the steam. Next, para makuha natin yung work turbine, syempre, i-assess natin nasaan ba yung work turbine. Ito siya sa part na to. Bale, ang related na part dyan is yung H1 minus H2. H1. Si H1, pumasok si HP, high pressure turbine, tapos lumabas si H2. Kaya, magkaroon tayo ng H1 minus H2 plus H3 minus H4. Si H3 lumabas sa boiler, pumasok sa low pressure turbine. Paglabas niya, H4 na siya. So, ayun. Kaya, ito siya. Plus 1y. 1 minus y. Nasaan si 1 minus y? Ito siya. Sa part na to. 1 minus y. Tapos, i-multiply natin siya sa h4 minus h5. Connected pa rin siya kasi lumabas si h5 kay low pressure turbine, saka si h4 lumabas din siya. Direct substitution lang natin yung mga values nila. Nakuha naman natin lahat yung enthalpies. And meron na rin tayong value ng y. Nag-come up tayo sa work turbine na 1,437.8 kilowatts. Next is yung work pump. Same concept lang din siya doon sa work turbine. Nasaan ba yung work pump natin? Ito. Si pump 1, saka si pump 2. Ano-ano yung pumasok at lumabas sa kanya? Ito lang din siya. Si 1 minus y times h7 minus h6. h7 saka si h6 sa pump 1. Ito siya. Tapos, plus h9 minus h8. Ito siya. Sa pump 2. Si h8 saka si h9. Direct sub lang natin yung nakuha nating mga values. 1 minus 0.1438 times 226.53 minus 225.94 plus 680.89 minus 670.38. Ang nakuha nating sagot is 11.015 kilowatts. Sa QN naman, ang formula ng QN is H1 minus H9 plus H3 minus H2. Direct substitution sa mga values na nakuha natin, lahat ng enthalpies na related, 3375.1 minus 680.89 plus 3479.8.1 minus 2783.8. Ang nakuha nating QN is 3389.51 kilowatts. Ngayon, may values na tayo ng work turbine, work pump, at QN. Pwede na natin isolve yung thermal efficiency. Ang formula ng thermal efficiency is work turbine minus work pump over QN. Direct substitution natin yung mga nakuha nating sagot. 1437.8 minus 11.015 kilowatts over 3389.51 kilowatts. Ang nakuha nating thermal efficiency is 0.4209 or itatimes natin sa 100%, 42.09%. Bale, ito yung sagot natin, yung 42.09% para sa thermal efficiency at yung 0.1438 para sa regeneration fraction of the steam.